Apple is at it again with their September event, and this time the invite comes with a tagline, "It's glow time." Not exactly subtle, is it? The glowing logo on the invite is a clear hint that this year's big focus is on AI, or what Apple is calling AI. Let me know in the comments how many times do you think they will say AI during this event. If you think your iPhone is smart, Apple is about to tell you it's practically a dinosaur compared to what's coming. But we know better, right? And remember, everything we will talk about in this video is based on leaks and rumors, so it's not official news. Some things might change. But with that being said, let's talk about everything we know so far. Let's get to the main event, the iPhone 16. This year, Apple is releasing 4 new models, and they're all getting the same shiny new AI features. Yes, all of them. The highlight? A smarter Siri, now with ChatGPT built in. So if you've ever wanted your phone to chat back with some extra smarts, your wish is coming true. There's also a new tool that helps you sound more professional or friendly in your messages, because apparently we need AI to figure out how to talk to people now. And then there's Genmoji, where you can just tell your phone what emoji you want, and it creates it on the spot, because clearly the existing emojis just weren't cut in it. Now if you have last year's iPhone 15 Pro, you'll get some of these AI features too, but they won't work as smoothly. And that's because the new iPhone 16 models come with brand new chips, the A18 and A18 Pro, which are designed to handle AI tasks faster and more efficiently. And of course, Apple is saving some of the AI features exclusively for iPhone 16, because what's an upgrade without a little FOMO? On the design front, don't expect anything too wild. The iPhone 16 and 16 Plus will have a redesigned camera now stacked vertically, and hopefully an ultra-wide lens upgraded from 12 megapixels to 48 so that you can record spatial videos for that Vision Pro headset you will never buy. Apple might think you're stupid, but you're actually not, right? Apple's also getting rid of the mute switch and replacing it with the action button from the Pro models, giving you more control options. And they're adding another button too, a capture button for taking photos. And if the leaks are correct, it's actually not a physical button, but something more like a vibrating surface that you can touch, push and swipe it left and right to tweak some camera settings. It's supposed to give you more control and a tactile feel like a traditional camera, which could be fun for photo enthusiasts. As for colors, Apple is throwing in a darker blue and a turquoise green alongside the usual black, white and pink. Everything else pretty much the same, from the USB-C port to the screen sizes and dynamic island. If you're eyeing the Pro models, Apple is going big, literally. The iPhone 16 Pro screens are getting larger by 0.2 inches, now up to 6.3 and 6.9 inches. Rumors suggest that the iPhone 16 Pro models will have up to 1200 nits of typical SDR brightness, up by 20% over the last models. And with bigger and brighter displays, you also need some better batteries, so let's talk about that. Apparently, Apple is using a new battery tech that allows them to pack in more power without making the phone massive. Rumor has it the battery life could improve by up to 10%, which is a pretty big deal for those of us who live in a constant fear of low battery warning. And with iPhones, I think it's safe to assume it's everybody. Charging speeds are also getting a boost, with wired charging up to 40 watts and wireless charging up to 20 watts via MagSafe. Android users are now like, really? That's it? The Pro models are also getting camera upgrades, of course. The ultra-wide camera will have a 48 megapixel sensor, which is great because I really like that camera. You can take some interesting pictures with it, but as soon as it gets a little darker, it's becoming completely useless. Also, the 5x telephoto zoom lens is coming to the regular Pro, unlike last time when only the Max version got the better zoom option. There's also talk about the new photo and video format for even higher quality images and better video recording capabilities. But usually when Apple does that, they only let you use those formats in the iPhones with upgraded storage. So I think that Apple should just ditch the 128GB version of the iPhone Pro because it's just confusing to many people. But overall, if you're into photography, you should be happy with those upgrades. As for colors, the Pro lineup is keeping it simple with the usual black, white and grey. As for the fourth, the special color, it looks like we're getting something between the gold titanium and the poop emoji. What will make the new iPhones different from the previous generation is that instead of brushed titanium on the sides, we're expecting more of a shiny finish like we've had on iPhone 14 Pro. Now let's turn to the iPad mini 7. Apple is expected to give its smallest tablet a little love at this event, but don't expect a complete overhaul. The new iPad mini is rumored to be getting a spec bump rather than a major redesign. Apple is likely swapping out the old chip for a newer one, possibly A17 Pro or newer, which will bring support for the latest Apple Intelligence features. To be honest, Only time will tell if it's worth getting the upgraded version, or maybe what we should be more excited about is the iPad mini 6 getting a better price. Next up, the AirPods 4 might just be the surprise star of this year's event. Apple hasn't updated these since 2021, and this time they're really stepping up their game. The AirPods 4 are getting a design overhaul, blending the best features of the current AirPods 3 and the AirPods Pro. The big news here is that these new AirPods will support active noise cancellation, a feature that was previously only available on the Pro models. Inside, they're getting the H2 chip from the AirPods Pro, which should improve sound quality and boost battery life by up to an hour. The case is also getting a significant upgrade, taking cues from the AirPods Pro 2 case. This includes USB-C charging, a built-in speaker, and Find My functionality. I'm not a fan of the AirPods at all, but for anyone who loves their AirPods, but isn't a fan of the in-ear fit of the Pros, the AirPods 4 could be the perfect middle ground. Finally, let's talk about the new Apple Watches. Apple is set to release the Apple Watch Series 10 and Ultra 3 with some minor updates. The Series 10 is getting bigger screens, 45 and 49mm, but thinner casings to keep things sleek. There's also a new, faster chip inside, setting the stage for the future AI features, though nothing groundbreaking just yet. The Ultra 3, on the other hand, remains almost identical to its predecessor, with the only noticeable change being a new black titanium color, and beyond that, there's little to get excited about. One thing that Apple continues to miss the mark on, though, is battery life. While the screens get bigger and the chips get faster, the battery life remains largely the same. For a device that's meant to be worn all day, it's high time Apple focused on making sure the battery can keep up with everything else. So what's the takeaway from this year's Apple event? If you're a hardcore Apple fan, you're probably counting the days until September 9th. The upgraded hardware is cool, but let's be real, it's more of an evolution than revolution. Most of the exciting new stuff is in the AI, and a lot of it is not going to be available on launch. We have to wait at least a few months before we get all that Apple promised us, so buying any of these phones right now when they launch doesn't seem reasonable. So if you're happy with your current phone, there's no need to upgrade. After all, it's just another year in the life of Apple, and they'll be back with more next September. And for now, thank you for watching. I'm Miles, you're now miles ahead, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.